Hey, what up, what up? All right. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy, Lou. If you're ready to get started today, let me see those train emojis in the chat. I see you already. Micah Boy, welcome to the stream. Atif Hazar, welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're doing well. Long time no see, man. I hope you're doing good. Hope you guys can hear me all right. I feel like my audio needs to be mixed a little bit more, so I'm going to keep working on that while we're in the intro. But if you're watching, if you got time, drop by and just drop anything in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, and we'll do a few shout outs before we roll out of the station. Today we're back on Train Sim World 3 in the Crimson LMS Jubilee. You can tell I like this song a little bit. You can tell I like it a little bit. Sophie, Mrs. Time Lord, watching from England, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Greg Feaster dropping through with the train emojis. Good to see you as well. Wes Burson, welcome to the stream. Good to see you as well. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're having a great week so far. What is it? Wednesday? I guess we're halfway. Hump day. Yes, I'm terrific. Welcome to this chat and to the stream. Mikey D, welcome aboard as well, man. Yes, it is a beautiful train. Welcome Hank Arrington as well. Just purchased Train Sim World 3, enjoying it, but disappointed. Not enough USA routes. Yeah. These are facts. We just got some US love recently with the New Jersey route. The Boston upgrade Sherman Hill got an update, and obviously Cajon Pass got a few new trains on it. So yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that in our route if we like. But yeah, welcome, man. I hope you're enjoying what is available in Train Sim World 3 so far. But Sophie, thank you so much. Happy Easter to you as well. God bless you. All right, how about we get started with our drive today? I'm gonna go back actually into the options menu. We'll bring the music down just a little bit, and we'll just hit restart. So this is our service 1 Alpha 81 Penzance to London Paddington. Welcome aboard, everybody, for today's free Steam tour around the West Cornwall local routes. I have not actually driven this route yet, so I've had the DLC since it came out, and haven't had a chance to actually run it. So I was like, you know what? I want to stream some train sim. And how about I try something I haven't done yet? And I don't plan on making a video about this particular scenario and route. So, you know, I was like, you know what? I'll be lazy, just make a live stream. All right, so let's go ahead and kill the music completely. Right now, you can hear all of the steam happening in the Steam. I am using a rail driver today, so you're gonna be seeing me kind of pressing some buttons here. As a matter of fact, I can show you. I'm not gonna have it up on screen for the entire time unless you guys request to see it. But oh, that's not it. There it is. Yeah, so that's my rail driver. You guys know I use this for like everything. If you don't know what it is, I have a review on it. I have a link in the description so you can check it out. My entire train sim setup. Basically, it's a train sim controller. That's the basic way of putting it. So, we are in the Jubilee, Crimson LMS here. I believe we're in Penzance. So basically what we need to do is roll up through to the light, back up, and pick up our passenger coaches. That is what we're going to do to get started. So we'll go up here. We'll put our reverser full forward. Please let me know in chat if you can hear me all right. In my headphones, that steam sound is kind of loud. So if it's okay as far as my voice versus that, then let me know. But in my ears, it's just a little loud. All right, so pretty easy to get started. So reverser forward, brakes release, the combination of brake released, and a couple honks to the horn, and we'll give it some regulator. All aboard! All right, thank you, Sammy. Says it's okay. Sounds good. If it's good for you, it's good to me. And once we start giving it some regulator, that annoying steam will go away. But we'll probably have to deal with it until we back in. I'm going to put this camera over here on the bright side. We have a lady fireman today, or firewoman. Thank you, Mikey. Says audio's good. That's what I like to hear. Alright, let's just be careful for any red signals. Looks like we're going to roll forward. We have a red signal in 200 yards. You already have a kind of an indicator of where we need to stop. Sometimes what I do to kind of cheat the system, to kind of get that steam valve to go off, I'll just throw the, there it is, throw the regulator in full throttle, spin the wheels, and that'll shut it up for a little bit. It's super annoying. I'm hoping for some updates to Steam. We'll talk a bit about the Train Sim World, not update, what's it called? The roadmap is what they call it. That got released, I believe, just yesterday, the roadmap. And so apparently there is a new Steam route coming to the roadmap. And let's go on the brakes because we are right at the red light. Yep, right there. All right, so we got it. All right, let's go ahead and back up and couple to our formation. And I'm going to check real quick, make sure there's no switches out of whack here. We want to connect right here. And it looks like we already have I think it's automatically handled by dispatch. So to put it now in reverse. So just spin this thing, spin it. Can you imagine? Mikey, bro, my racing friend, can you imagine having like an actual controller with force feedback with this thing? And like having to like wind that thing up? Like, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Like, I feel like my arms would definitely be tired. All right, brakes release, give it some power. Here comes the steam. Again, I'm just gonna, this is my only way of fixing it. In real life, you would, you know, hit some switches, pull some valves to get the steam valve to stop, you know, screaming at you the entire time. But that is not yet a thing you can do in Train Sim World 3, which is weird. Oh! That's how we failed already. All right, replay. Yeah, so I wasn't paying attention. Apparently I had to, I don't know. Apparently I had to request to back up. So, okay. Reverser forward. Yep, rip. Yeah, a direct drive train controller. That would be ridiculously overkill. Ridiculous. Scotty Bob, welcome to the stream. Good morning and happy Hump Yard Day. I like that. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing well. I like that. Hump Yard Day. Hump Yard Day. That's pretty cool. You know, we should. No, you know, I don't know enough about humping. That sounds bad. I don't know enough about hump yards to do that. That would be kind of a cool like stream to do, like Hump Yard Wednesdays or something like that, or Hump Yard Hump Day. You know, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, only place that I know to even do hump yard stuff is on Run 8. You can kind of do. You can't do any humping in Train Sim. You can do switching, which is not the same as humping. But and for those of you who are not familiar with trains and want to say why is he talking about humping things, in train terminology, there is a term called humping, and when I first heard it, I laughed so hard. I was like, "What the heck is humping? Why is nobody laughing at this?" That's hilarious. And basically, it happens in other countries, but mainly in the United States, you have different, I guess, called classification yards, where you need to basically switch cars around very quickly. And there's a thing called a hump in the yard. It's like a hill. They call that the hump. And you basically you kick cars over the hump, and they switch over to their separate tracks. So that's where that came from. Anyways, all right, so that is back on. So go back into reverse, right? Reverse. So I got the reverser set to backwards. Now, our issue is this red light right here. So what I have to do is hit the tab key, contact signaler, and then the signaler will give us the clear to back into the station. That's what I should have done. That's all right. At least we didn't get like real far and then fail. That would be embarrassing. It was still embarrassing, but much more embarrassing. So again, I'm gonna wide open the regulator here just to shut up the steam valve, and I'll bring down our boiler pressure. That way we can actually like back up. There we go. Yeah. All right, we'll kill that as well. That's our cylinder cocks. So backing up, and backing up. Set up our cameras again. Did we lose? We lost our lady fireman. Dang it. When we started over. All right, so backing up. But yeah, as I was saying before we failed, there apparently is a new steam route coming. I don't know if the train is changing. We might read the roadmap together through the route. This is supposed to be about a 44 minute scenario or service. If we have time, we'll try to run down and back on the route. We should have time. All right, let's go jump out, and I want to go and connect. Lots of passengers waiting for today's steam rail tour. All right, we're about, what's that? 5 away? 4? 3 back. 2 back. Half. Quarter. Slow up, slow up, slow up, slow up. There you go. All right. We'll hold it right there. All right, you're clear. Go ahead and bring it on. Actually, no. Let's change this coupler to the hook. All right, you're all set back here. Bring it on back. Gotta be real careful. Gotta hit the brake right when you bump it, because what I've noticed is that it just bounces right off of these things. We click that. Here we are. All right, we're all set. Now we're actually gonna physically hop out. Put it back in neutral. Jump out the train. And run back to the back of the train. And I believe there's a diesel locomotive that should be back here that brought these cars in. Any collectibles that I've not done? Yep, there it is right there. What is this? Anybody in chat familiar with British diesel? Can tell us what exactly this train is called. I actually do like this train. I think it's something /blue. That's why I like it. Like the actual in the name is BLU at the end. I just know it's a class BR something blue. Because everything in Britain is class BR. Alright, uncouple. And we can even hop inside if we want. If we want, we could hop inside and take a look on the inside. It's definitely a bit dark. Class 37, thank you. I should have knew. It says it's right there, 37. That was my guess, but I wasn't 100% sure. And one last thing before we go is we want to make sure that the cabin or the crew, the cleaning crew, actually cleaned our train before we depart here. Looks spotless to me. Jay knows the way. You just bought Train Sim World 3 from Classic, and Matt, you didn't do your research before, but here we are. Oh man, that sucks. So I'm just out of curiosity, like what about Train Sim World 3 either disappointed you or excited you? Because I'm sure it's not all bad. And if it is, oh, I can't get out. Everybody's getting in. But if you just absolutely hate it, no, get out of here. If you absolutely hate it, what is it that you just don't like about it? Is it the route selection? Is it the quality? Is it, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and like officially open the doors. There we go. And so what I always do, and I say this every stream, is I always get my 3 cameras, and I'll have a camera like back here. Are the doors closed? Okay, they are closed. Anybody on board? There's nobody. Where's Mikey at? I'm trying to find where Mikey's sitting at. There's nobody on my... Oh, there he is. Here's Mikey. He's a little light skin. But that's Mikey. All right, we got a green light. Let's get out of here. Stop messing around. Reverse or forward. Cylinder cocks are open. And we'll release our brakes. Fireman's doing fireman stuff. Couple honks to the horn. And because we have passengers now, we'll be easy on throttle or on the regulator. Alright, brakes are actually releasing still. So here's our brakes, our vacuum brakes. Once it gets to like 20, that's like released. And then right here is our miles per hour. And we are rolling. It is a flower drive by here. All aboard! All right. Cylinder cocks off, reverse her back just a little bit. That's rolling out. Got the green light, 70 miles an hour down the line. We're gonna be, what's that, 5 miles out from where we're stopping next. Oh, when you say you're mad that you didn't do your research, you're talking about before buying Train Sim Classic. Ah, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant you were mad that you did your research about Train Sim World. Rolled out the station right now. They're still restricting us at 15. But as soon as the back end gets past out of the station there, we should get the good to go for 70. Actually, it's gonna be about 20 miles. Look at the beach though. That on our right is technically the English Channel. or it goes to the English channel. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this yet. You may have not. Okay, there we go. We can open it up now. So reverse back just a little bit, full throttle. There we go. There's the chugs. Now we're chugging. Now we're chugging. Yeah. All right, next stop, St. Earth. We're supposed to be there by 11:09, but since we're like, you know, like a vacation, tourist rail tour, we're not too worried about time. We're gonna take our time. Get a drive-by, because those are amazing. Okay, one with the beach in the back, it'd be kind of dope. Yeah, something like in the trees. And there we go. Choo-choo. It's a nice chooch. No problem, no gear. We'll definitely catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. USB Type-C, I love your name. That's a very interesting name. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. If you're just joining us, guys, we just now departed as we were climbing up in speed. Speed limit is 70. We're in the Crimson LMS Jubilee on the West Cornwall local. This is a steam rail tour. And basically, if you don't know where West Cornwall local is, like most of us in the world, besides people in Britain, it's in Britain. It's like the southwest tip of Britain, like as south as you can go. And I can show you guys a map, maybe after our first stop. I don't want to miss our first stop. Yeah, you do. So here's the thing, and I'm not complaining, but whenever like a new Train Sim World route comes out, they'll name it by, you know, where it's at. Like for example, West Cornwall local. To everyone else who's not local to the UK, we have no freaking clue where that is. As an American, I ain't never heard of Cornwall before in my life. Let alone know where the heck it's at. So I only know because I looked it up. And what's crazy is even in the description of the route, it never really tells you where it's at. It's like, oh, drive through the beautiful Cornish hills. I'm like, where is that? India? But no, seriously, and that's not just the British roots. I mean, I'm sure some people didn't know where the heck Sherman Hill was. I know I didn't, and I live in the United States. Sherman Hill is... Wait, where is Sherman Hill? I'm supposed to know the answer to this. Wyoming. Yeah. Laramie, Wyoming, which is a very forgettable town. No offense to anybody who lives in Laramie or out there in Wyoming, but like, if you don't live in Wyoming and you're not a rail fan, you don't play train simulators, you probably don't know where the heck Laramie, Wyoming is. So, but yeah, it does look like Hogwarts. I guess because we're in a bright red train, but I prefer this one over. There's a black version. So in this DLC, you obviously get a few services, which I was a little bit disappointed that you only get 4 actual timetable services that you can run with the West Cornwall DLC. Let's go ahead and bring back our regulator and start rolling, and we're getting close to our first stop. We'll let it coast for a little while. Let's get us a nice little like a view down here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. What was I saying? Yeah, I was a little disappointed in the DLC as far as how much it offers. Obviously, you get like another version of the Jubilee. You get a cleaner, shiny, kind of like, you know, restored version of the Jubilee. You get a couple, you get the red livery, you get a new black livery on the Jubilee. You also get 2 festive liveries, which is kind of cool. It puts like neon lights across the edges of the train. And then, but you only get 4 timetable services, but you do get, what was it, 4 or 5 scenarios. But I don't know. I kind of expected more. Like today, we're gonna do half the DLC if we, you know, get there. If we don't fail or anything like that. So we're gonna do 2 of the 4. 2 of them in the daytime. One is early in the morning, and one's at night. Alright, we're staying in the regulator just a little bit. 1.3 miles away from our next stop. Am I going to install Forza Motorsport 8 when it comes out? You know, probably. Yeah, I probably will. I've never really played a lot of Forza Motorsports in the past because I've always been a PlayStation guy, and Forza has never come out on PlayStation, and I haven't been a big Gran Turismo fan either. When I got into PC gaming, the first racing game I got was iRacing, you know, it's a racing simulator. And then obviously I played Forza Horizon, which is amazing. It's not a simulator, but it's amazing. We got 1.1 degrees gradient uphill right now, so we're still in the regulator. But I never got into motorsport, Forza Motorsport. I even play Assetto Corsa now. But if a new version of Forza Motorsport is coming out, I'm definitely going to at least have to try it. Because I love racing, and I want to at least give it a try. Unless it comes out and the reviews are like ridiculously horrible, I may just be like, you know what, I don't even need it. I got Assetto Corsa, I got iRacing, I got all these other racing games that I'm enjoying. All right, 0.708. I know. Listen. Me streaming iRacing and Assetto Corsa is very soon. I don't know when yet. Right now, I'm really juggling a lot. As you guys who follow my channel know, I play a lot of games. So we consistently do flight sim. Recently been adding more train sim videos and train sim streams. And then we've been doing a lot of DCS. Like, for example, this week's schedule, on the brakes. On the brakes hard. 500 yards to stop. Hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, there's no way we're stopping. No way we're stopping. Dang it, man. Oh, we blew it. Oh, we blew it. Bro, I am max brakes right now. Oh, we blew it. Bro, we blew it by like 2 stations and a half. Oh my god. This whole time I was like, don't blow the first station. Don't blow the first station. And guess what happens? I blew the first station. Alright, I don't know if it's going to let us back in. I really don't know if we can get back in. Let's try. Reverser is in reverse. Brakes are releasing. It's going to take a second because I fully applied those. Thank you, Walter, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. You get 2 honks for you. We're backing up. Uh-oh. Come on. It's uphill, too. It's uphill. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, hold on. On the brakes a little bit. On the brakes a little bit. No? You're not going to stop for me? You're not going to stop for me? I mean, nobody needs to go there anyways. How about we just call it and we drop everybody off at the next station? How about that? Alright, it's 1.3%. That's not bad. Let's get some sand down. Sand in the front and the rear. Alright, here we go. Ah! We had it for a second. Come on. There we go. Ah, what, man? Saint Earth what? Oh, okay. That's our second attempt. How many times is it gonna take us to do this? It's not even hard. Like this is supposed to be a very relaxing, chill drive. There's nothing difficult about this drive at all. All right, again forward, brakes release. I'll be a freaking pro at this. All right, so now we know we need to stop much earlier. Like I feel like the chances of us blowing that exact station again is very high, very high. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Usually, when you blow a station that bad, like if you go completely through the station, and there's a light at the end of the station, and you go past it. Once you go past it, that light switches to red, which is how it's supposed to be. But then if you try to back up through it again, you fail. I still personally wish that Train Sim World 3 didn't end your game when going through red signals. Like, just give me like a massive penalty, and then let me deal with the consequences after that. If I hit another train, I hit another train. That's life. Dovetail. Take 55 and action. Alright, let's see. It's hilarious. Alright, coming up, we don't want to hit this one. This is like the easy part. Stop. Is that good? That's good. Alright, reverse. Cool. Don't forget to call the signaler. I don't know, what we call ourselves? Hothead 5593 requesting access to platform 2. I don't know. Make something up. Alright, get the white light. Brakes release. Give us some juice. Get off the regulator and start braking 4,000 feet from the station. How many miles is 4,000 feet, out of curiosity? This is like a good look at like how my videos usually pan out, like behind the scenes. This is very common. What you guys see in my train sim videos is my highlights, because what tends to happen is my first couple tries, I do something wrong, I break the train, I derail, I blow through red lights, stuff like that. But you don't see that in the videos, I cut all that out. Right, Greg? I'm gonna focus. You're right, I need to focus. Platform Skipper 9.0, I like that. Yeah, I like that one. Platform Skipper, that's our new call sign. Backing up, beep, beep. Alright. Now we get the couple again with the Mark 1 coaches. Keep our speed nice and slow. We'll be Karen's point of view here. Yeah, that's the Karen POV. I saw this thing on what was it like? It's like the next, what's it called? Nextdoor. There's an app called Nextdoor, where people like in the neighborhood will like send messages about lost dogs and giving away furniture and break-ins and stuff like that. And this one lady was like, I don't want to be a Karen, but blah 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 blah. And I was like, anytime somebody says, I don't want to be a Karen, it's too late. You're already a Karen. All right, half back, quarter, slow up. Keep coming, let it roll, and on the brakes. There we go, we're good. I'll connect this. Karen POV. All right, we're gonna swap the coupler type to hook. The Buckeye is for, I believe, it might be for the other guy. Actually, no, it's not. Put that on. Run up here. Run back to the back of the train. By the way, real quick sidebar. If you're not familiar with this route, this is a train by default that comes with this route. So if that interests you, then... Oh, wait. There is a route map here. Yay! Yeah, if that interests you, then there you go. Personally, I'm not like dogging this route in any way, but I just, you know, the West Cornwall route, like this, I don't know, I don't know anything about it. Like, that's the thing. I usually am not interested in routes that I know nothing about. That's not true. That's not true. Okay, I have a taste. That's the thing. I have like a taste and a play style when it comes to train sims. I like steam trains. I like American freight. I like American passenger. And I lately found out that I also like high-speed passenger as well as high-speed German passenger. What I'm not a fan of, and not that it's bad, because a lot of people love it, but this type of train is just not my type of train. Like the more I call it subway because again I'm American, but subway style, like there's no nose on it. There's a cab on both ends. It's like a local commuter style, like, yeah, like that kind of train to me is just not the most interesting to me, but I know a lot of people love them in Train Sim World 3. And so that's why you see me driving a lot of this kind of thing. That's just my taste. Everybody has their taste, their style, their gameplay. Some people love to do routes where you stop every 10 seconds. And then some people like to do routes where you drive for 2 hours at 10 miles an hour. You know, everybody has different taste. And that's completely fine. I respect that. All right, let's try this again. Up to St. Earth. Brakes release. Horns on. And we're spinning the wheels just a little bit, getting a little too anxious. Thank you, Kendall Hunter, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I hope you're doing well. Let's go on this side. Let's say bye to everybody. Easy, easy. There we go. Exactly, Dorian. That's a perfect example. In Flight Sim, some people like VFR flying or general aviation flying in like small planes with propellers, and some people like flying, you know, big, heavy jets or even smaller jets that fly like 30,000 feet. It's all taste, you know, and people are just into different things. Doesn't make one better than the other. Doesn't make one more realistic than the other either. It's just, that's just what you prefer. For me, again, as I said, my preference are the types of routes that I mentioned, but I like high speed. I like to get up to speed and go. When I do passenger, specifically, for passenger routes, I like high speed express routes with limited stops, or sometimes maybe only one stop or no stops, like kind of like the Acela on the New Jersey route. Or I think it's the same on the Boston route as well. But what's funny is I say that, but then I also, with freight trains, like I'll drive a freight train at, you know, 40 miles an hour for 2 hours. So it's weird. Like, so I don't know. That's just my taste though. All right, here we are rolling out of the station for the first time. If you're just here, this is our very first attempt. Just take one. That was you on the Cajon Pass the other day. Miles at 10 to 30 miles an hour. Yep, that's the Cajon Pass for you. That is the Cajon. What's crazy is the Cajon Pass is kind of misleading. The speed limit on Cajon Pass is like 50, 60 miles an hour at certain parts. But you can't get that fast because you're either too heavy or you're going uphill. So realistically, you're only doing max 30, 35 miles an hour through the majority of the time spent on the route until you kind of get to that part going either towards Barstow or just out of Barstow. You can kind of open it up and get to like 40, 50 miles an hour. But again, that depends on how heavy your train is. I still like Cajon Pass, to be honest. People ask me like, "Hey, what's your favorite, freight route in Train Sim World 3?" And it actually is Cajon Pass. Cajon Pass is not perfect. It has its issues with the terrain, the scenery, and various things. But yeah, I still find myself choosing Cajon Pass. I actually tried Sherman Hill the other day. I was gonna do a video. I might still do a video of Sherman Hill. It depends on how I feel. The way I feel about doing videos of train sim is I have to like be excited. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do some of these train routes, especially freight, you're dedicating minimum 2 hours of your time to do something. And I have to actually enjoy it. I have to be excited about it. I have to have some sort of interest and passion in doing a Train Sim 3 route or any Train Sim route. And so, if I don't do a video on a certain train or route, it's probably because, for one, I don't think I'm going to be interested. I'm not excited about it. I don't care about it. Or I just don't have time. So, like, for example, the Nitterbond route that came out very, very recently, I was like, I don't know much about, this area, this route. I like the German routes, but I also feel like there's too many of them. And the German people in chat are going to hate me for saying that. I shouldn't say there's too many of them. I just wish they would do more countries than just Germany, UK, and United States. Which I think everybody feels the same about that. But anyways, I just wasn't that interested. But then I watched the preview by Dovetail and saw the scenery. And that is something that attracted me. And that was an element of the route that excited me about it. That gave me the patience to actually go and give it a try. I still wasn't very interested in the actual train that comes with that route. So when I found out that I could run, this train on off the rail modes with the scenario plan, I was like, yeah, that's a bet. That's what we're doing. So now, friggin', I will run the Nitterbond route back and forth in this train, even though this train doesn't really run it. It's still very, very cool. But yeah, the point is, I have to be excited. And so, to back up my story, Sherman Hill got an update where he got the new clouds and environment that Train Sim World 3 offers. And so I was like, okay, cool. Let's go revisit Sherman Hill. And I, get the drive Union Pacific. I started running it, and I don't know, like, be honest with you, I got bored, like, really, really fast. I don't know if I was just in a mood, because sometimes I have to just be, like, in a mood. Like a train sim mood or a freight mood to run 2 hours across the map at 30 miles an hour. But I just wasn't interested. That might change next week or, whatever. So I still want to do either a live stream or a video of Sherman Hill after the updates with the heritage pack and stuff like that. But just haven't had the inspiration to do it yet. Jam Fjord, welcome to the stream. I hope I said your name right. Yes, it is a very fine looking look. What do we got here? All right, 3 miles out. So last time, I think I got off the collective around 2 miles. Started braking from 40 miles an hour around 500 feet, which is the reason why we definitely overran that station. So I'm gonna try to judge it. Try to focus here a little bit more than last time. Just a little bit. But I'll say this, on this particular route, West Cornwall, to begin with, I think it looks good. Like, visually, the route itself is very interesting looking. And this is my first time that we'll run the full length of it. I've never run the whole thing, so we'll see if I still am interested or not interested in this route. All right, we're gonna come completely off regulator now. And how about we start, I don't want to stop too early, but we'll let it coast for a little while. We have time for maybe one more drive-by. Let's get it. One other cool thing about this route, and it's been kind of tricking me because I thought they were people, is there's like a bunch of little, okay, this is stupid. Hold on. There's a bunch of little, like, chopped trees on the edges of the track. And from far away, before the LOD changes, it looks like a person standing there. So we're going uphill 0.6%, 35 miles per hour. Right now we're just coasting. We're let gravity slow us down, and then we'll jump on the brakes in just a little bit. It gets really repetitive after Turo. Good to know. We'll see. Thanks though, Crazy Dash. We'll see. I've not run the whole thing, so I'm curious to see what it looks like. So if we could say like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know when we should brake. I think the reason we couldn't stop last time was because it starts going downhill at some point. So I'm back in the regulator now as we're at 25 miles an hour. Creeping up to our station, it's a mile and a half away. I love these tunnels. Or not tunnels, these bridges. So what do you guys think? Like a mile? Is a mile enough for us to get stopped? Because I feel like I'm going really slow. These brakes have shown to be very ineffective compared to the the high-speed brakes I'm used to. So we'll do 25 miles an hour for a bit. The thing too is if you're gonna do like no HUD on this route, the station is in, like, you don't see it until you turn the corner, right? So there's another bridge up here. We're 1.2 away, still using the regulator here to add power. Crazy Dance, when you first got this route, you anticipated most of the route to be coastal, which also underwhelmed you, that most of it is just mountains. Gotcha. Yeah, the only coastal part, I believe, is the beginning that we already passed, which is a very short section. Maybe you were thinking of a different rail line that goes maybe more south than this one. I'm not sure if that actually exists in real life or what, but okay, you can actually see, if you look real close, you can actually see the peak of the hill here. It's going to go up, and then right before this bridge, it's going to start going down. I think at that point, we just start really getting on the brakes. Here we are, we're getting to the top of it, 0.3%. It's really cool when you can actually see the gradient. All right, so yeah, that's a pretty steep hill. That's probably why we couldn't stop. So add minimum of application here. Just try 15%. Is that enough? Nope, we got a bit more. 23, 25. I just want to maintain speed at this point. Yeah, look at that. Yep. All right. I understand now why we. So I misjudged my braking, and I understand why now. Definitely understand why. Because most of the previous screenshots they showed were coastal. Most people told you this route had the best coastal views in the UK. Wow. Alright, we're 20 miles an hour. We're not missing this station. Even if we come in at a walking pace. I am not missing this station. Believe me, bruv. A little more brakes on the horn. All right. Let's see if we can stop. Yep, we're gonna stop short. Come on. There we are. We made it. Mission success. That's it. That's the end of the stream. I'm just kidding. That's only our first stop. I'm not sure how many stops there are. That was only our first stop. So, and this is just the beginning. I don't know how long this route is or anything, but we got a ways to go. What up, Troy Singleton? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome aboard. I think this is called Saint Earth or something like that. Not a whole lot of people getting on at this stop. There's some ice cream. Anybody want ice cream? Let's go grab some ice cream. Let's see. All right, there's a thingy right there. Here's ice cream. Nope. Oh. I can't grab it. Can I click on it? Is that a chocolate? What was that? That's the Kit Kat ice cream. Or no, what is that? Looks like a Kit Kat. Might be something else. Maybe something Cornish, if that makes sense. It's our ice cream stop. All right. Doors closed. Oh look, train. Every time a British train passes by, I think of that guy on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the guy on TikTok who has the like GoPro like fish camera on his head, and he like has like he goes and train spots at all these different spots in like London or whatever, and like just goes freaking crazy. It's like the happiest train spotter I've ever seen. Pretty amazing. All right, guys, we're rolling again. Next stop is in 11 miles. This time we get to really open it up. 45 miles to begin with here, and about 1.2 miles. Let's get us to drive by. Cornish Kit Kat ice cream. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Willie Canuck, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome, welcome. And downhill we go. You know, to be honest with you, I probably would have a big smile on my face too. I've never gone train spotting before, never gone rail fanning anywhere. I don't have, you know, that's not true. There is a train not far from here. I think they're mainly Union Pacific trains. I don't know when they come. Like I don't even know how I would time or track trains, to be honest. But there is a train that comes by like every day, a couple times a day. I'm not sure if it's a local train. I don't think it's a main line. I have no freaking clue. But we do have, you know, a lot of freight out here. But usually when I see them, I'm in the car. All right, 45 miles an hour coming up in 0.6. We're not going to get too fast here. We'll just stay about 50% in the regulator. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have a big smile on my face too. But that guy on TikTok, oh my God. It's funny, like I'll read the comments. And his TikTok, he probably has an Instagram too, I don't know. His TikTok is all about trains. Completely about trains. But what's funny is I'll go in there in his comments. One thing I do on TikTok is what's better than TikTok is TikTok comments. I'll laugh at the video and I'll go through the comments and start laughing even harder at all the responses and jokes in there. But anyways, for him, I was reading through his comments and like, you know, reading what people were saying. You know, this like he's getting like a ton of, you know, views and plays and comments on his videos. And a lot of the people, matter of fact, most of the people I feel like who are watching his videos are not even interested in trains at all, which is interesting because a lot of times when you're in a niche like trains or aviation, stuff like that, you tend to only attract people who are interested in that thing, which, you know, he definitely attracts those people too. But what's cool is that because he's just so into it, he's just so happy, his pure joy attracts people to watch the videos. And so you'll see in the comments people saying like, I don't like trains, but I just enjoy watching you freak out. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. What time? What time am I going to be live? Nighttime today. Don't know how to answer that to you. I'm live right now. I won't be live again on this day. I'll be live again tomorrow at this time that we're live right now. And then the day after, I'll be live again at this time as well. So whatever time this is for you, like an hour before this, is when I start my streams usually. Whether that be trains, racing, or flight sim. So our schedule for this week, which I meant to mention to you guys, is so we got train sim today. Tomorrow we'll be hopping back on Microsoft Flight Simulator, doing something. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do. And then Friday we'll be doing DCS World again, back in the F-18 Hornet with the squad. And not sure exactly what we're gonna do exactly, but we'll definitely be blowing some stuff up and trying to stay alive. But again, somebody mentioned earlier about racing, so maybe I could do a racing stream next week. Maybe I can schedule that. Scheduled to do my first racing stream in years tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week sometime. I'm not sure what day. Maybe Tuesday. Yeah, maybe a Tuesday. Might do that. I'm not sure if I do a Assetto Corsa or iRacing. Oh snap! What? I didn't ask for any restrictions. We're creeping along here because we're going uphill and we're already got the regular like wide open, and we can only go as fast as 28 right now. And I want to do some more. Construction Simulator has an update coming. Actually, it's updated a few times since I last played it, and it has some new DLC coming out soon. And I've been wanting to do that too. Actually, you need to reinstall Construction Sim. Like, I tend to, if I don't play a game for a while, I'll uninstall it to save space. And so I hadn't played Construction Sim in a while, so I uninstalled it to save space. That's for Albert. Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, we were creeping. I'm gonna turn the train sim sound up just a little bit because I like when you can really hear it when we go by. But that's actually really nice. That's a nice view, I gotta say. It's a pretty nice view. Look at all these. Look at that big. Let's see. Can you get down here? Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Gotta get that shot from the house. From the house. That's so cool. I wish I lived somewhere that I could see like steam trains all the time. That is too cool. 7.5 out now. See if we can find another really cool rail fanning spot. Yeah, this is what I do, man. Anytime I'm playing Train Sim World, half the time I'm driving, unless I'm driving like a German train with like a million safety systems on. Usually I'm going around in a free camera trying to find the best like train spotting spots, and I'll just wait for the train to come back around. I do need an engineer's hat. Yeah, man. I have a hat over there. That's not an engineer's hat though. We'll come down the reverser a little bit. Hopefully we can get a little more traction here as we go up this hill. All right, just for this pass, I'm gonna turn the sound all the way up. We are struggling for real. I'm turning it back down so I don't blow your ears out when we go back to the close camera. All right, let's see what's going on. So we are climbing 1.5, 1.6%, doing 20 miles an hour. We're doing U.S. freight speed right now. He's packing it with coal. And we are regulator wide open. We're really trying to push it. We're not getting any more speed out of it though. I would love to manually do the firing, but I also wish I knew how to do it. Like I wish I knew what, like I don't actually, like when I play Train Simulator Classic, you can do the firing manually. And you know, the water pressure, all that stuff you can do manually, like completely manually. But I don't know enough about how to do it because sometimes, like for example, right now we're going uphill where you need, I think, a higher boiler pressure or something like that to really get that, really get the best chug you can get. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. Oh, hey, that was creepy. That's non-negotiable for our next house. Heating, don't care. Fitted kitchen, not bothered. View of steam trains, essential, bro. Yes, absolutely. Is there another drive-by coming up? Yeah, kinda. What is this? Oh, it's a walkway. Well, how special and privileged are you to get your own real walkway crossing? Yeah, like there's a freight route that runs by my house. Now you don't really want to live that close to a train, in my opinion. For one, of there your property value goes down, and yeah, different reasons. You know, trains are loud, but there's one that lives, I feel like, a comfortable distance away from me. Ooh, we have another crossing here. Yeah, I see when it comes down. Is it gonna come down? Oh, did I find... Okay, there we go. How far is she? Here she comes. But we live like a comfortable distance away from a train route where I can just slightly, faintly hear it in the distance if I'm paying attention. But it doesn't bother us. I will say, my wife has been bothered by this train though, because depending on which way you go to our house, 60 miles an hour, yeah, and we're going downhill, yeah. Is that a sheep? Oh, that's just my pointer. Let's see, 5 miles away from our next stop, we can still have some time to do some rail fanning. I can go way over here. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Look at that countryside view there. That's pretty nice. But if there's a bridge that goes underneath actually a train track, and that's the best way for us to go home at certain times of day. You know, if a train is gonna be there, then that's the best way to go. But if we go the other way, there's like a bunch of other crossings that you can get stuck at. And one night, she was on the way home, and sometimes like U.S. freight trains would just stop. You know, like a 2-mile train would just literally just stop for whatever reason. So I don't know why the train stopped, but apparently the train just decided to stop, and it just sat there. And I don't think he ever moved, to be honest with you, because she was like calling me on the phone. I'm stuck behind this train, like it's just sitting there, it's not moving. I'm like, what do you mean it's not moving? He's like, it's just not moving. I was like, oh, well, you should go the other way. She's like, I don't want to go the other way. So it's just funny. So I never understood though, like how are they allowed to block the roads like that? Now we got some speed. The Drifter from Ours, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. If you are just joining us, we are in the UK. This is the West Cornwall local steam rail tour, DLC. And we're just doing a bit of train spotting here. I want my camera to be with the cow. Let's do cow POV. Karen the cow POV. Here we go, right here. Here it is. Oh, money right here. It's the money shot. Check this out. Check this out. See? These cows. They're living their life. The best view in the whole country. They get to live side by side to this track here. All right, 4 miles. I am paying attention. Yeah, I guess it is kind of difficult not to block roads when you're 2 miles long, but that's the reason why they have what they call sidings. There are specific tracks made, siding tracks made to allow trains to pull over and stop if needed, but I understand that sometimes you can't make it that far. All right, let's get a nice view here. What station is this? This is Camborne. This is not our stop. We're going through the station. The Thomas and Friends intro. Drifter, what do you think of the new SD70 DLC? Or yeah, the route extension. Not route. I shouldn't say that. Locomotive extension, I should say. It brought the SD70 over to the Cajon Pass. What do you think of that? I actually did do a video recently driving the SD70 on Cajon Pass. Wow, we're going slow. We're going very slow. Oh, 1.8%. Wow.
Every day.
Choo
Choo choo.
Bro, the timing was perfect, Willie, right when the train was passing by. Thank you for that Choo Choo Super Chat donation. I really do appreciate that. Here comes another crossing. Right by the signal box. Rockspear Junction. All right, let's start thinking about stopping. 3 miles away, going uphill. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's do some of this review for a little while. It's a pretty quiet route, at least at this time of day. Not a whole lot of traffic passing by. We've only seen one train come by the opposite direction. Not expecting to see any other steam trains. I think this steam train is the only steam train in this service. It's like it's a special, you know, run, so it's not going to have multiples of it. 3 miles. 3 miles go. But yeah, I think I personally like the scenery on this route. One thing, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but you may or may not notice. You may or may not have noticed that this particular route does not have what they call the Train Sim World 3 skybox or whatever, or lighting model. When Train Sim World 3 came out, it looks better. There's a reason why it looks better, because they completely redid all the lighting. The clouds are actually 3D and dynamic and things like that. And in Train Sim World 2, they didn't have any of that. You know, there was, very basic lighting and basic clouds. So what you're seeing right now is technically Train Sim World 2, even though I'm loaded into Train Sim World 3, which is actually the reason why initially I didn't care too much about this DLC or this DLC add-on. Because even though the West Cornwall local route came out on Train Sim World 2 with all the Train Sim World 2 features, when this DLC with the steam trains came out, kind of adding to the route, I kind of expected the developer to go and update the route. Makes sense, right? Hey, if you're going to update your route with a new train, a new DLC, then you should probably update it to the new features of Train Sim World 3. They didn't do that, though. So this is basically Train Sim World 2 you're looking at right now. Which again is the reason why I was like, I don't want to run a Train Sim World 2 route. Now, it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. In the summer, on a bright sunny day with partly clear skies, But I did try doing a scenario in the rain, and just my own personal opinion, it was not to my current train sim standard. Train Sim World 3 is my new standard as far as what I enjoy to look at in a train sim. I shouldn't say that. I still play Run 8. When it comes to Train Sim World, like Train Sim World 3 and the way that looks is kind of like what I'm used to. What I'm accustomed to is what I expect when I play Train Sim World. And so going and playing a Train Sim World 2 routes is not that interesting to me anymore. And so I was like, why wouldn't you just update it? So hopefully they'll still get an update in the near future. I think this is a third-party developer who made this route. It's not Dovetail themselves. But we'll just have to see. All right, 1.5 away. Let's just get a slow down, minimum braking. We are going downhill. You can kind of see that slope going down just a little bit down the line. But what I will say though, and I've noticed this, I kind of compared it, is that I personally think that the Steam train looks a lot, or maybe not a lot, looks better. Let's just say it looks better in the Train Sim World 2 environment than the Train Sim World 3 environment, in my personal opinion. I think the Steam train, the Jubilee, and the other one, is it 8F or something like that? I think it looks better in the Train Sim World 2 environment. The lighting looks better. It looks a bit darker. It looks crisper. It looks like it doesn't fit in, like it doesn't belong in Train Sim World 3. Even though it's compatible, you know, you can run the Spirit of Steam in Train Sim World 3. It doesn't look as good as it did on Train Sim World 2. I'm not sure if anybody else has gotten that feeling or experienced that, but that's just my personal experience. Like 0.8, it's gonna slow down. So it looks like it's gonna be like a blind turn at some point that we're gonna come around. Little walkway right there. Alright, a little bit uphill now again. Adding some power. I think this station's gonna sneak up on us here. Yeah. I think it's gonna be right around this bend. Atif, I am on PC. I have tried Train Sim World 3 on Xbox, but I mainly play on PC because sometimes I add mods and stuff to it if available. Alright. Bowing down. We are only 400 yards away. I still can't see the station. Nowadays, a cyclist would cross that walkway, get hit by a train, and then blame the train. Yeah, they'd probably sue the train, even though they have their AirPods on, all that stuff. We ain't missing the most stations today, chat. It's a short one too. All right. There we go. We should be good there. Off the throttle. Let's see if we can roll it into a good stop. There we go. I like that. I might start doing that. And open up the left side doors. It's been really fun dive bombing on New York Trenton and the ALP46. A really fun challenge. What do you mean by dive bombing? Like, you mean like going real fast and stopping hard, or what do you mean exactly? What is one railway route from Train Sim Classic that I want to see in Train Sim World 3? Okay, I got a few. First of all, I want to see the Union Pacific Big Boy in Train Sim World 3. If they do, because I know right now we have our first steam train in Train Sim World 3, which is the Jubilee. It's a British train, so you're only going to see it on British routes. But eventually, they're going to have to do some American steam as well. And I think the perfect one would be the Union Pacific Big Boy. And I hope that they get that Bossman Games or whoever that was to do it, because that one was freaking amazing. It's so good. It sounds so good. All right, brake. We are uphill, so we give a little bit of power, and then release the brakes. All right, next stop is Truro, platform 3, and we're late. Surprise. Easy, baby, easy. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. A little bit of time. Get some sand down. That's what I thought. Yeah, so coming into the station, 45 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, and then stopping right in the spot is dive bombing. That's what I thought you meant. I just want to make sure. But yeah, I do. That's how I normally stop in high-speed trains. I didn't know there was a name for it. All right, Willie. I'll see you later, man. Have a good show, bro. We'll catch you later, man. We will catch you later. All right, rolling out the station now, and next stop I believe I said was Truro. Oh, my camera just broke. There we go. Get us a bit of a drive-by as we are powering out of the station. I like this right here. I think this is meant for this. This right here was meant for train spotting. Can I get in here? Oh, I can. That's cool. Yeah, this is literally meant for train spotting. All right, we can open the speed now. Speed limit is 70. Back on the reverser just a little bit. Open up the regulator. Let's go. After this drive-by, I'll tell you my other thing that I want to see in Train Sim World from Classic. Churro. I love it when like you're right in the steam and you can't see anything after the drive-by. That's like the best. That is the absolute best. So, all right, so yes, Union Pacific Big Boy. I want to see that. You know, I have Train Sim Classic. I haven't spent a ton of time in it. I was just, I don't know, I haven't. Just, I don't know. It's hard for me to get over just how old it is to me. But I have played some of my favorite routes. So the Union Pacific Big Boy. I really liked, what was that other one I did a video on? Basically the ones that I did videos on. I want to see a Train Sim World 3 because the reason I did a video is because I liked them that much. There was another one, another steam train I did. Let me go find my YouTube channel now and find out what it was. Blue Games Steam Train. I'm just gonna search that, see what comes up. Yeah, it was the Merchant Navy class steam locomotive. I'm not sure there's some kind of special name for that or something, but that was the other train I really liked in Train Sim Classic. The Bournemouth Belle, and then the other train I want, the train and route that I want is the what was it called? It's the Canadian National. I think it's called something Pass. It's in Canada. And in Train Sim Classic, it looks okay. I don't really run it because of the route. I run it because I like the train on the route. But I feel like that route could look so good in Train Sim World 3. What's up, Aruchile? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Drifter, I don't understand your question. Are you asking me if I run the Union Pacific 4014? If you are, then I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't recognize those numbers. But yeah, that's what I want to see personally, is the Canadian National, what is it called? It's called something pass. Let me open it up the video. Canadian Mountain Pass, Revelstoke to Lake Louise. Yeah, that's the route. That's one of the first Train Sim Classic routes that I got. Again, not knowing a whole lot about Train Sim Classic or what routes were available. That was one that I really enjoyed. That one, and then the Merchant Navy class. Time for a drive-by. I'm trying to think. I mean, I haven't run a whole lot of routes. Like, mainly when I play Train Sim Classic, which hasn't been much lately. Those are the routes that I was running. Was the Canadian Pass. There was a couple like Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern ones I was running too. Tehachapi, which I have a feeling they're gonna do. It's a pretty popular U.S. freight route on Train Sim Classic. What I'm noticing about kind of like the route choices by Dovetail for Train Sim World 3, usually they're routes that previously existed on Train Sim Classic, and they basically rebuilt it in Train Sim World 3 because they have the information, they know how popular it is in Train Sim Classic. Therefore, they're like, all right, this is a popular route in Train Sim Classic. Let's redo it in Train Sim 3, and it's a pretty high chance it's going to do well. Which I like, but also don't like. Oh, another station coming up. We're speeding. Just ignore that. I think this is an abandoned station right here. It's okay, we're making up time. The NJT Morristown? I haven't tried that one yet. Yeah, most of the stuff I've done though, most of the time I think I spent in Train Sim Classic was on those couple routes. So I don't have a whole lot of experience in anything else. I did do the Amtrak Acela, I think it's Boston to somewhere, like Washington or something like that. I did that. But now that we have the Acela on Train Sim World 3, I have no reason to try that train anymore, to be honest. What's up, Dylan? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Oh, look at this shot. It's going to be a good shot right here. It's going to be a good shot right here. And watch how the steam actually goes underneath the bridge, too. DC Baltimore. Yeah, that's what it was. That's a good route. I wouldn't mind having that. Oh, crap. I got hit. Going downhill, 3 miles. Probably need to get on the brakes early here. We're going pretty fast. Let's see, because right now we have Boston to Providence, and we have Jersey to New York. I still feel like we need that gap in between. If we did DC to Baltimore, that will be south of the NJT, the New Jersey route currently. Yeah. I'm still a fan of longer routes. I'm a fan of longer routes. I'm going to get on the brakes a little bit. Make sure you don't get a runaway train. I would also love to see some stuff in Florida. I would like to see some stuff in Florida. Yeah, I think New York to Providence will be another good one. I think the one thing that's interesting about New York to Providence is, what does the scenery look like between there? Like, is it interesting? Is it just a boring one shot with no stations? I mean, so a lot of us, we wouldn't care because we have the Boston, we have the New York Trenton route. So it's kind of connecting our map together. But for others, as far as attractiveness, it might not be that interesting. I don't know what's in between New York and Providence. I know there's no major cities. I agree, Dorian. Bro, listen. If I was a game designer, if I knew how to make games, I'd be on it, man. Because what we need, I am serious, Dorian, what we need in the train sim community is a train sim version of American Truck Sim. That's what we need. I don't know if anybody's working on it. I know that Train Life, I think that's what it's called, kind of did that. Kinda. Is it Train Life? Yeah, Train Life kind of did it, but it's only in Germany. I think. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like an American, like a Euro Truck Sim. It's on the brakes here, like a lot. It's like a Euro Truck Sim kind of thing, but the only problem with that, I don't know, the trains are a little weird in that game. Like you're kind of like not real. But if we could have like an American Truck Sim, you know, even if it was in Europe or UK, that would still be pretty cool. But to be able, what I mean, if you haven't played American Truck Sim or Euro Truck Sim, basically, oh, train, a train. The first train we've seen in like an hour. Basically, the way I would envision this would be, it might, I mean, I guess you could run companies. Here's my question: would you prefer, Crazy Dash, if we were to do an American Truck Sim style, like, maybe slightly watered down, but more scaled down train sim, so that way you could drive a train from one country to the next country without it taking you hours and hours and hours. Instead, like, American Truck Sim is like a smaller scale. I can't remember what the exact scale is, but you could drive from like LA to Seattle in like in like 2 hours real time, versus in real life it takes you like 6-8 hours. So like that type of scale down, where you get the scenery where it looks like the area. You know, it's obviously not one-to-one scale, so it can't be perfect, but it's still similar. But would you prefer to run real companies, like run Amtrak, run Union Pacific, or would you prefer to make your own, kind of like Transport Fever, like make your own companies and earn money that way? I feel like that might be the best way to kind of really wrap it up that way. What is that? What the heck is that? Is that a building? It is a building. I was like, what is that? But yeah, scale down. I think it'd be great, man. I think that would be a great train sim. Because people want to do long routes, driving from city to city. But what they don't want, or they think they want it, but they don't really want it. All right, we really have to stop here. What they don't want is to spend 4 hours going from city to city. Now, some people might, but not everybody. All right, I think we're gonna make it. Is this our last stop? Or is there another one after this? All right, there's a red signal right directly after our stop, so we got to be very careful not to overrun here. Yeah, Transport Fever 2, I have like a ton of mods that adds Amtrak liveries and Union Pacific liveries and BNSF, so it kind of, even though they're not real routes, true to life, it gives it still a really cool feel to see a BNSF running up and down the line. All right, we made it to Churro. We'll call it Churro. I like that. I don't know if this is our last stop. I have not run this route before, so I have no idea where the end of this route is. But I think this is only our actual, second or third stop. Oh, look at that. Oh, sweet. You live in Cornwall? Yeah, man. This route is definitely for you, man. If you live out here, yeah. Anytime there's a route or a DLC with your hometown in it, it's a must-have. I was very thankful that American Truck Sim added Texas to the map, and I live in Texas, and so I was super excited about the Texas DLC, and I downloaded it. It's like a day one purchase. Oh, we got ice cream. Yeah. So it was a day one purchase for me, and I was not disappointed. Obviously, like we kind of mentioned before, American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim are both scaled down versions of the regions, but it looked just like Texas. Like, I was so impressed. Obviously, it was scaled down. I could tell when I went down like some of my my local streets in my city. I was like, all right, I know exactly where this is. It's missing this part of the street, but that makes sense. So it's really cool. So it'd be nice to have that same kind of thing in Train Sim. That would have to be a whole new game. All right, lock the doors. And we're done. Sweet, it took us an hour to do that. How are we doing on stream time? Because I do have an appointment. And do I have time to make the run back? I might, let me see. We'll go back to the main menu and see what we can pull up next. Let's go to, actually, what happens to this train when all this is over? Does it just leave? I think it does. Thank you, Samuel. Basically, I need a 30-minute scenario. I only have like 30 minutes. Dylan, you since you joined the DCS World War II community, you have been flying World War II birds in DCS World, like the 109 and the FW190. Out of curiosity, why don't you play World War II DCS? I do have, I don't know what planes I have. I do have a couple warbirds. Oh, more ice cream. I have a couple warbirds on DCS, and I guess I'm more interested in the modern jets. But there is a lot of fun to be had in the old school warbirds in DCS. They're so good. They sound great. They fly really good. I just would need practice, man. Like it's a completely different type of driving. Or sorry, driving, flying. Oh, our train's leaving. See ya. Oh, St. Ives branch. Line up, back, tails around. Ooh, let me try that. Is there a timetable that takes me to St. Ives? Train depot timetable. LMS Jubilee. Let's run the black one this time since we did the red one last time. Let me see. Can I? Oh no. Back. West Cornwall local. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on a second. When I click on the LMS Jubilee Crimson, I get one available route to drive it on. If I click on the Festive, I get one available route. If I click on the Black, I get one available route. Or the Festive Black one. If I click on the LMS Jubilee, like the regular Spirit of Steam one, I can run it on Southeastern High Speed, and I can run it on its native Spirit of Steam. Gotcha. I've actually already done, I think, this one. It's only two, and one's at night. So I've already done that, so go back, back, back. And if I click on the black one, it gives me an opportunity to drive it on Edinburgh. Say what now? I'm clicking on that. Wait. Now it's, okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. So I click on Edinburgh, Glasgow, and then it shows me West Cornwall. That's not cool. Man, you let me down. I do want to drive the train on Glasgow because it's such a nice route. Man, all right, so there's the other one. That's 39, there's 36. That's like early in the morning. I don't really want to do that. Are any of these St. Ives? Birmingham, New Street to Penzance. I don't know where that is. Penzance to London, Paddington. On the path, yeah, there's no St. Ives. I think the St. Ives one is a scenario. Go to choose route was Cornwall locale. Scenario. And all the scenarios are about an hour long too. That sucks. I'll probably have to create my own scenario to do that, wouldn't I? Yes, I would. I mean, we can try this other one that's 35 minutes long. Or we could hop on Southeastern and run that one. How long is that one? 30 minutes. Yeah, that's 30 minutes. Let's do that. I love running Steam on Southeastern high speed. Let's do that. Custom weather. You know what? Let's do dynamic now that we're on a Train Sim World 3 route. And I'm gonna show you guys just how different. What is it right now? June? Light cloud. I'll show you just how different the train looks on the Train Sim World 3 route versus a Train Sim World 2 route. And it's surprisingly, actually, in my opinion, not better. It's actually worse. Like, this looked good. This shot was taken definitely in Train Sim World 2. Actually, no, the clouds are Train Sim World 3. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Look how much brighter it is. You see that? Like, immediately you can see how much brighter. It's so washed out. It's like this. Like the saturation was turned, or the exposure was turned all the way up. All right, low passengers. I'm gonna open the doors, and we'll go outside and take a look. Is it open? Did I open the doors? No, I didn't. Unlocked. There we go. But even though this is a different one, it doesn't look bad on the outside, but it definitely looks much different than what we were just driving. When you next do a Tijuana video, Train Sim World video, try to do the St. Ives route, as it's a lovely scenery. I will. I'll try that, man. I'm probably gonna have to either download a custom custom scenario, or make my own to get it to work. For whatever reason, they did not include a St. Ives branch route, which is sad. All right, so we should be good. Let's go reverse or forward. We got a green light. We're going in level here. And bring in some regulator. And let's get going. Brakes are still releasing, so give it a second. Cadges, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Cadges, are you going to be joining us on Friday for our next squad flight on DCS? Brakes are still releasing. Let's give it a second, guys, and we'll be rolling. Oh, it only works for the Class 150. What is a Class 150? What is that? Which train is that? At freight trains waiting to get in. Where are we anyways on the Southeastern high-speed route? Alright, we're over here somewhere. Which way are we going? That way? Ah, cool. Are we stopping anywhere, or is this a straight shot? Oh, I never locked the doors. Whoops. Oh, can I lock them if I'm moving? I can't lock them because I'm moving. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna get on the brake here. Going to Faversham? Sounds good. Yeah, when they added this Spirit of Steam rail tour or Steam rail tour to Southeastern High Speed, I really liked it. I was really happy about that. I just wish there was more available timetable slots to use it in. Because I don't really like making scenarios currently in Train Sim World 3. It doesn't feel I don't know, customizable enough. It's not user friendly. Like I like to have really busy routes, and it's just kind of doesn't not that easy for me to make them. All right, we're rolling again. 17 miles to Faversham Platform 3. Is that our only stop? That is our only stop. All right, cool. All right, we're express. All right, going uphill, let's get some speed. That's true. You're right, Crazy Dash. You're right. You're right. I just want to run it different times of day. That's really all. But I mean, that is true. Usually, stuff like this is only like a daily or even weekly thing, so you wouldn't actually see these trains running up and down the line all day long. That is definitely a fact. So I definitely have to take that in mind. Ah, it does look good on the outside. I think the inside is just too bright. Too exposed, overexposed. All right, let's get some speed up. And I'm gonna cut through a hill, tunnel here. It's so different. Like rewind to the beginning of the stream running in the other route and just how different this looks. It's crazy. It's so crazy how different the lighting is. So I'm full regulated right now. Reversers are kind of backed off a bit for kind of like a higher gear. We're pitch black. We're going through the tunnel right now. All you see is a fireplace or fire pit or fire box, whatever you call it thing, opening up and closing on the left. Get a quick drive-by from the station. What station is this? This is Chatham. Bro, nice kicks. Look at those shoes. Those are some tight pants. Some really tight pants. They're adding the Class 700 to this route too? Yeah, they're really filling up this route. What's a Class 700? I gotta Google that. Whenever you guys say class number, I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what that is. There's so many numbers to remember. Like in Flight Sim, there's only, you know, so many 737s. Class 300 train. Google, what does it look like? British Rail Class 307. Is that the one you're talking about? But I'm all about whether I'm interested in the train or not. I'm all about having routes be even busier on the roadmap. Speaking of the roadmap, let me take a look at that, because from what I understand, there's a new Steam route coming. What's it called? There's a new Steam route coming. Where is it at? There it is. It's called Peak Forest, Ambergate to Chinley and Buxton. No idea where that is. Never heard of those names in my life. I'm just going to assume it's in the UK because it's the Jubilee in this screenshot. Our second Steam route is now deep in development, and it's very different prospect to Liverpool Crew, okay? Set in 1963 in the latter stages of the dieselization of the British Railways, the Peak Forest route will provide a more challenging steam experience while offering incredible scenery into the bargain. I'm really curious personally of what they mean by more challenging. I'm guessing it's probably like a lot more mountains to climb. That's what my guess would be. Incorporating banking operation in service mode to navigate steep inclines and scenario featuring double heading. It aims to bring new dynamics to Steam under the breathtaking backdrop of the beautiful Derbyshire countryside. Again, wherever the heck that is. Kind of brings me back to what I mentioned earlier in the stream, how like, you know, when these new routes come out and they're like, yeah, it's in Derbyshire. Like everybody knows where that's at. So I gotta look that up and find out where the heck Derbyshire is. But that's still cool. That we're gonna get a second, like, official. Oops, I don't want to prove that. Our second official steam train route. It's gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be using the same trains, from what I understand. So there's no new trains. It's a new route to put the trains on. And we are getting slow. Why are we going so slow? It's only there's no gradient here. 0.1%. Regulator's fully open. All right, we're gaining speed now. There's a new. They're adding the 4F. Oh, okay, so they are adding something. I haven't finished reading. Let's see what else we got. Why terminate at Ambergate? Okay. Wait, you can see the route in action in screenshots, and we'll talk about the content in coming weeks. Okay. When we look at the extents of any route, blah blah blah. In this case, during the aggregation across Peak 4 as well. La, 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 la. We want to provide immersive player experiences. Blah blah blah. Will there be banking operations? I believe by banking operations they mean like helper, as we say in the U.S. You would have like a locomotive in the back helping you push up a hill. So it sounds like the mountains and the steep gradients are so steep that you can't just have a single locomotive like we have now run up and down the track. You're gonna need help. You're gonna have. It sounds like you're gonna have multiple, like, kind of like, you know, in the U.S. how we have multiple like ES44s, like 4 or 5 of them to pull, you know, 2-3 mile long train. So we're gonna have a similar thing, but with steam trains, which is gonna be interesting. There's a scenario in Spirit of Steam where you have multiple trains in the front, but it sounds like you're also gonna have one in the back too. And Crazy Dash says it's gonna be adding a new train of 4F, whatever that is. So that's cool. I'm down for more trains and more routes. What else we got? Based on the 1963 timetable, there have been some tweaks to make it all work. A lack of sources for the freight timetable at the time has meant we've taken a best guess approach based on photographs we've sourced from the time, but we've kept as close as possible to the timetable. No diesel. Want to focus on Steam with this add-on. Okay. Oh, this is a big question. This is my question too, showing on the website. Will the Steam physics be improved? Oh, here comes a train. A javelin. It's like past and future right there. It's really cool. You see like the high speed, the latest and greatest, and then you see the old and slow. We were definitely creeping through. It's only a 0.1% gradient, but we are really not gaining a lot of speed, and maybe because our boiler pressure is so low here. We're kind of struggling to get up this hill. Alright, let me finish this. So, will the Steam physics be improved? The team are working hard to improve the physics of firing and general operation for this release for the LMS Fowler 4F. Alright, let's Google whatever that is. LMS Fowler 4F. What does that look like? It probably looks exactly like an 8F, except maybe the first thing I see is a Thomas train. It's hilarious. So what does that thing do? It looks weird. It's like short short. It's like a shorter version of an 8F. Designed for medium freight work, they represent the ultimate development of Midland Railway. 6 coupled tender engines. Many train spotters knew them as Duck Sixes, a nickname derived from their wheel arrangement. Yeah, so it looks like a shorter version of the 8F, the 4F, in this picture I'm seeing on Wikipedia. So again, I'm down to have more trains, whether it be one that I'm interested in or not. But cool, we're gonna get a new train, a new steam train. And let's move on to what Crazy Dash is excited about. Wait, hold on, is there more? Which is the BR. Okay, now I see the 700. Okay, so this is what a 700 looks like. That's kind of cool. I can dig that train. That's a pretty cool train. The Class 700 is coming to Train Sim World. Coming this summer. As you can see the screenshots above, the skeleton has been built and the next step is making it operable. Working with the Southeastern High Speeds timetable, we're way off from talking features, audio, and setup at the moment, but when we have more, we'll share it. So is there a particular reason that you are so excited about the 700? Is it like a local train to you? I'm assuming it is. It's the same with Midland Main Line. Let's go look at that, by the way. Midland Main Line. What's going on with that? I know a lot of people are extremely excited about that particular route. Oh, train. He's stopping? I think he is stopping. We'll do a camera right there. Oh, you're in California, Crazy Dash? I never would have guessed, bro. I legit thought you were in the UK this whole time, man. That's cool. Another American. Bro, there's only a few of us out here. That's cool. That's cool. That is the 375, I guess. Found us a new spotting spot. So you don't live in the UK, you're in California, but you love UK trains. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense now. I guess that's why I thought this whole time that you lived in the UK, because you were always seemed to be so excited about UK trains. But you just like UK trains. That's cool. All right, so let's see. So I guess what I'm curious about personally, as a person who knows nothing about this route, what is it called? Midland Main Line. I'm trying to find out why people are so excited about it. Obviously, I'm gonna give it a try myself when it comes out, but I see the hype around it. I see everybody talking about it. I see everybody begging for it, requesting it, and whatnot. But one of the things that's a challenge for me, you know, whenever one of these new routes come out, no matter where in the world it is for, if I don't know anything about the route, it's a challenge for me to go and find out, all right, what is special about this route? Why are people so in love with this particular train, this scenery, this location? You know, if I'm not familiar with it. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have a reason to love it. I'm just want to know why it's so special. And I feel like people probably feel the same about some of the routes that I like. And so with the Midland Main Line, that's one of those ones. It's like, all right, well, what's special about this? Is this, you know, we're in the UK again. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But like, why? What's so special about this particular UK train versus all the other UK trains? And is it actually different, or is it the same train? That's my main question in German routes. Is like, what's so special about this German route? And is it all the same German trains, or is it a new German train? It's a diesel high-speed route, kind of like Great Western Express. I know Great Western Express was a major, like, people love that route, and I liked it too. I like that route too. 11 miles from the end. So, all right, let me read this. So, coming later this April. Wow, that's like really soon. Midland Mainland is something we know loads of you are excited about. By the way, introduction. We asked Jane Whitaker, CEO, blah, 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 blah. Very shortly after we started work on Midland Mainline, we realized that we were creating something special. This was just not another route for Train Sim World 3 in our hands. We're in our hands, where a responsibility to deliver as an iconic route dear to the heart of many rail fans, taking in Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, as to that equally, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I feel like they say that about every UK route. There's like, this is a very special route. It is. Every route should be special. I think I made a point with the Nittibon route, just how beautiful it was. You could tell the people who made it had a passion for the area and a passion for the scenery. And I was like, I want them to do this like all the time for every route. Not just US, not just UK, not just Germany. One thing we did not wish to do was rush this awesome opportunity, but to create a route and locomotives that will hope become a firm favorite with fans. With that in mind, with all the full support of our friends at Dovetail, we have gone the extra mile with quality and prototypical realism. Thousands of man-hours have been spent by our talented team to create the route and surrounding environments in a way that we hope that does justice in real world counterpart. Within limitations of Dovetail, basically, utilizing new optimization techniques, we have striven hard to create a sense of immersion and familiarity to those of us who have regularly traveled this route. We want you to be there with hundreds of handcrafted buildings, landmarks, and interesting things to spot in the landscape. Cool. Timetable, let's see, 72 playable BR Class 158 services, 59 playable HST services. And if you like variety, there's a lot to be found with content layering onto the route. Was that a yellow? We have a red signal. Alright, I'm on the brakes hard. There's 2 playable Class 45 rail tour services, 1 each way. Requires Northern Transpennine. Alright, now it's green. I don't even see where the signal's at. Ruh-roh. Yep, that's right. 2 playable Class 66 rail tour services. Again, they're saying all these class numbers, like I know what they mean. 5 playable railhead treatment train services. That's cool. 5 playable ROG Class 37 rail operations group. Okay. And there's 1 freight service featuring the Southeastern High-Speed Class 66. So there's diversity on it. I like that. I like to see diversity on any route. It says the HST will appear as AI at St. Pancras on Southeastern High Speed 2. That's pretty cool. I like when new trains appear on old routes. I do like that. I do like that. Well, cool. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we'll see how I feel when I play it, when I try it. I think for me, I guess I'm more interested in the Steam stuff because I'm just more interested in Steam. But I'm definitely going to be trying that particular route for sure. But yeah, looking forward to the next roadmap, Dovetail roadmap, whenever that comes. To learn more, hear more about this train and the new routes coming. I'll tell you this month, 2023, these guys have been on it. Like, there's been a lot of, I feel like the frequency of new routes and trains and locomotives has been much higher. Whoa. This year than it was last year. Like, I mean, March was crazy. There was so many releases in March. Move! All right, how we looking, guys? How we looking? So we are doing 50. Still have 7 miles to go. Looking at our map, so we're heading towards Faversham. Went a little slower than I thought, and that one part going uphill, but we're doing better now. Still got some more uphill portion. I don't know, Crazy Dash. I don't. You know me, man. I don't know all the names of these UK trains. I'm sorry to disappoint you. What's up, Nightside Gaming? Welcome to the street. But if you think it's a Southern Class 377, it probably is. You know better than I do. Not sure if it's realistic? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you ever been on a UK train before, Crazy Dash? Just out of curiosity, or have you ever been to the UK? Bro, look at the farm. These are the farms. That looks horrible. Is that supposed to be wheat? Like, Nitterbond killed that, man. They did a great job on all the farms. I mentioned it on my Nitterbond on the last train sim video I posted, that I'm hoping that Dovetail and the rest of their partners will take into account the way that was developed, because they did a great job on all the foliage. It looks better than any other route I've ever seen in Train Sim World 3, and those farms look incredible. You let your wife try out the triple screens, and now she wants 4. That's amazing. Is that 4 for her or 4 for you? 5 miles to go to get the Faversham. Yeah, I'm still rocking 2 screens right now. Not planning on getting a 3rd anytime soon. I probably will eventually go 3 screens, but right now I'm okay with 2. Like, I kind of wonder, like, how much multitasking would I really get done with 3 screens? I mean, the 3 screens is mainly for like racing and like maybe flight sim. I don't know. Can you do a triple screen setup with Train Sim? Like, does Train Sim support triple screen setups? Like, could you? Huh? I never thought about that actually. Is that a thing? Both. So both of you are getting 4 screen setups. That's what's up, Nightside. So if you guys got any extra monitors, send them my way. Instead of really going for like more screens, I'm looking to maybe upgrade my current monitor to like a maybe a 120 hertz monitor, or even 4K. Like, look at the farm, man. That's been harvested, which could be fair. But I've been spoiled now by the Nitterbond route and how good that looks. Ultra wide screen for racing? Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be cool. That would be cool. 3 miles. Yeah, I think right now, like I said, I'm only thinking of doing just upgrading my monitor to be just a bit better. My monitor is a TV screen. I don't have like a gaming monitor, or that's not true. My second screen is a gaming monitor. My main screen that I use, that I actually use for gaming, is a TV monitor. And the reason I did that, because it's bigger. I got this Next Level Racing chair, and so it kind of changed up the whole dynamic of my setup. I used to have Like I'm still on a desk setup, right? Which I guess I could. No, I'm not gonna show you. And I still have a desk. So my monitor sits on my desk. Both my monitors sit on my desk. My camera's sitting on the desk. And usually my chair would be right up against the desk. And so having a smaller monitor was easier because I was sitting closer to my monitor. But now with this chair that I'm using now from Next Level Racing, it has like a foot plate where you put like your racing pedals or your rudder pedals for flying. And so it pushes me back a decent amount away from like where my desk is sitting. So if I were to have a smaller screen, it'd be much harder for me to see. And so that's why I prefer to have a bigger monitor, so that way I can still be immersed in it, rather than having a small little monitor and having a hard time seeing. Grim Reaper, welcome to the stream. No, Train Sim World 3 is not a free download unless you get it on Game Pass. It is on the Game Pass. Alright, on the brakes. We have a yellow signal up ahead. Yeah, I think that's what I'll probably do next, Cadges, is get a 43-inch TV. Wait, gaming TV? Is that a thing? 43-inch TV, 4K, 120 hertz. That would be good. I wonder how much that costs. Because that would help. I mean, I have a 4090 now, and it's not really like getting a workout. It's pretty bored at 60 FPS and 1080p. So from what I hear, is that it may perform better at 4K or 1440. That sounds dope too, man. ATS and ETS, American Truck Sim, Euro Truck Sim, triple screen monitor. Like, that sounds good. That sounds cool. 800 to 1,000? Yeah, that's out of my price range. Yeah, I think I'll pass. There's got to be something a little cheaper. There's got to be something a little cheaper than that. I found a 4K TV Black Friday last year for like crazy cheap. I mean, it was only a few $100s, and I should have jumped on it. I didn't. I hesitated, and I was like, nah, I don't need it. This is before I had the whole, before I had ever actually used a TV monitor. Are we switching? No, we're not switching. All right, final drive-by before we approach Faversham. We have another train leaving. Doing about 25 miles an hour right now. Approaching our final stop for the day and for the stream. $200 yards, and I'm on the brakes. A red signal directly after us. We got to be very careful here. Come on, come on, come on. Get me to the stop marker. Got a little bit too much brakes in there. Little too much brakes in there. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Faversham. There it is. Doors open. I think that's one of the reasons why I am not and was not that attracted to triple monitors, was because my focus was rather going the VR than triple monitors. Like if I want a full experience like that, doing it in the headset rather than having a whole 3 monitor set up in my room. I have a new headset that I'm trying to get working still. So I haven't been able to race in VR in a while or fly. So I gotta get my VR headset working, but I think that's the reason why I was not interested in it. So, but I'm still down to hopefully try it. Well guys, I'm gonna hop on this train. So wherever it's going, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you, Nightside Gaming. Thank you, who else we got in here as we head out? We'll be back live again tomorrow around this time. Back on Microsoft Flight Sim, and then Friday we'll be back on DCS World. And then next week I'm hoping to fit in some train sim. Thank you, Nightside. Thank you, Cadges. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Crazy Dash. Samuel, thank you guys so much. Grim Reapers, appreciate you. Jawan, thank you. Until next time, we got 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all. You got Greg Feaster, Jam Floyd. Peace, loving, God bless you. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. We all the way out of here, baby. Sheesh. Boom, 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 boom.